What can we learn about ourselves by taking a close look into our past? And why is it we so easily forget where we've come from? Over the summer, I teamed up with my good friend Big Banks to set out on a journey across the world in hopes of finding the answer to these questions. During a 21-day road trip throughout Belgium and France, we traveled thousands of kilometers through beautiful countryside to find some of the most secretive abandoned locations. From castles that were built during the 12th century, home to knights and descendants from royal family blood, to mansions that have been left completely untouched for decades, like a museum perfectly hidden behind the walls of nature. During this trip, we uncovered countless stories of these marvelous structures and documented them in hopes of preserving their legacy. But for now, let's start from the very beginning. Once we landed in France, our very first destination was a place unlike anything I've ever seen. In a small village just an hour north of Paris sits the home of World War I veteran Louis Teray. Abandoned since 1993 after Louis passed away, his small cottage home is now hidden by the woods that have grown around it. Although the locals seemed nice enough, we didn't want to draw attention to ourselves as we looked for a way into the thick woods in search of Louis's abandoned home. We're in the middle of this neighborhood. You can see houses behind us, and people are just like looking out their windows at us. We're gonna find a way into this place. It's happening. Just don't know how yet. Look at this. That is a car in there. All right, we're doing it. Look at this. It's an abandoned car out in the woods. Following the clue from the abandoned car, Louis's house must be close by. Not to alarm the neighbors, we quietly trekked through the woods for a short 5 minutes or so, and that's when we caught our first glimpse of Louis's cottage. Okay, we're coming up on this place. It's looking good. So we didn't take into account there's these plants out here called stinging nettles, and Carter's wearing shorts. It got me on my arm, you can see. His face says it all. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, dude. France is off to a great start. But look, we're walking right under an apple tree. Straight up. Great apples. It's looking a lot more hopeful. Just off camera, we found entrance into the abandoned cottage through a broken window. Okay, so Carter and I just made it inside this place, and it is incredible so far. I cannot wait to start this video. Here we go. Louis served in the French army as an infantryman and was severely wounded during the Battle of Verdun in the summer of 1916, thus losing both of his legs and was sent home as a war hero. Sometime after, he married a single mother, widowed by losing her husband to the war, and he acknowledged her child as his own. Louis and his wife, both feeling unlovable because of their horrible circumstances, found love in each other, a love that would last for the rest of their lives. They would stay married until her death in 1992. Okay, so coming into this house already, I've got to say this is probably one of the oldest places I've ever been in my life, if not the oldest place I've ever been. And check this out. There's an old bottle of rum, unopened, still on the table. This is insane, guys. Absolutely insane. You can see how the floor is falling in. Everything in this house is crooked. Look at all this beautiful old furniture. What's inside of here, I wonder? Yarn and old sewing supplies. Wow. You check out all these books in here. This is crazy.
Wow.
I wonder who this little girl is up here. And this painting. And look at this beautiful old wallpaper. Let me see if I can get a better shot of it without my light on. Look at this wallpaper all ripped up. This place is mind-blowing, guys. And this dining room table, still with cups out on it. Look at this cobweb up here. Just kind of adds to the aesthetic of this place. I'm almost afraid to touch anything because it feels as though I'm like in some sort of museum from way back in time. Like all these old sewing supplies still in here. And this beautiful floral chair. I'm so blown away at this place. Look at this wallpaper. Look how the fabric is just, it's come off the wall. More cobwebs here in the corner. So fitting for this house. Okay, so going further along into the house. As you can see, this place has definitely seen better days. Oh, I love this half spiral staircase. Man, the architecture in this place is already so amazing. I wonder what's in this room. Okay, so it looks like this was a kitchen at one point. Oh, and a grandfather clock. Wow. Wow, look at these colors on this stove. I can still smell soot. I can still smell the fire from when they used to burn this stove to cook their food. That's crazy. Look at this cabinet. What is all this stuff? So it looks like there could have been a fire in here at one point. It looks like all this stuff is so like sooted. Yeah, this chinaware, look at this. There's soot on it. I believe there was a fire in here at one point. It looks like possible smoke damage all up on the ceiling, which would explain why it smells like soot in this room. So I'm gonna attempt to go up these stairs.
In true explorer fashion, we can't leave any part of the house unseen, even if the stairs to take us there are beginning to collapse.
I don't know how safe it is. Oof, yikes. These stairs have definitely seen better days.
Pretty bad up there.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad, dude. But definitely worth checking out. Just really watch your step coming up. Yeah, you can make it up here, Carter. Just be real careful as you come up.
Despite the passing of time taking its toll on this old cottage that once held them, this bedroom still holds on to the story of Lewis and his wife. Though they may be gone now, they've moved beyond form and into what is now a beautiful story of their love. Let's see more of what's in this room.
His bed is still here. Man, this is so sad. This is his bedroom. this. Whoa. This is his prosthetic legs. Still on this chair.
Lewis's ghostly prosthetic legs, still resting on the chair, were likely given to him shortly after he was disfigured by his wounds. These wooden legs were some of the most painful and primitive forms of prosthetics of the time. But the World War I had mutilated soldiers on a scale the world had never seen, leading to major technological advancements of prosthetics. Sadly, I don't think Lewis was ever able to experience these advancements.
Holy moly. Dude.
Yeah.
I rarely become emotionally overwhelmed when I explore, but this was one of those times.
This is something else.
Yeah, this is something else, man.
These are the guys with
Wow.
legs.
All of his linens are still in here.
During the World War I, the number of amputees in the French army ranges anywhere from 70,000 to 700,000. And for many, the life after the war was a new kind of front as they integrated back into society. In Lewis's case, he had to learn to depend heavily on his wife. I can only imagine how difficult it was to accept this new way of living.
Okay, let's see what's over here. This place is very, very dilapidated, as you can see. So we got another room over here. Wow. What a simple home. But also, this wallpaper, this fabric on the wall, it's peeling off. Really interesting.
Because of the lack of information I could find, I can only speculate through the clues of the doll and various items throughout the room that Lewis and his wife raised a daughter, and this must have been her bedroom.
I love this this quilt that's on the bed, this color. It's like very yellow. Artwork over here. That's cool little knickknacks on the counter still. An old hairbrush. Gosh. Guys, this stuff is so old. What's in this wardrobe here? Of course, more linens. Old books, pamphlets. It looks like it possibly could be diaries even. Look at this. Look at this. I love how the date, you can see right here, the date is in Roman numerals. It's so cool. All in French, of course. I have no idea what the writings are. Another book. So this one's a published one. Man. Oh, look at this.
An old pair of handmade Dutch clogs, likely from the 1930s. And after the World War II, wooden shoes steadily disappeared throughout Europe and were replaced by more fashionable all-leather and synthetic shoes. Though covered in dust, this place has a history that deserves to be documented. With each passing year, we lose countless structures like this one, And along with them, their stories also decay. Now that we've seen this place, it's time to head to the next location and document what we find.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for coming along with me on this exploration of my first exploration in France. This place is absolutely incredible. At any rate, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. And until next time, stay off the beaten path.